Go. All right, here we are on another Saturday. I'm here with a special guest that I invited over. This is the WASH, and we're coming up from Culver City, California. I'm not going to tell you where because it's a clandestine operation that I don't want you to know of. And if you believe that, I got some swampland in Brooklyn to tell you. Hey, so I'm here with my buddy. Go ahead, buddy. Introduce yourself.
What's up, bro? My name is Anu Obviously, we met as comedians,
Yes.
and you invited me on the show, so I'm glad to be here. I'm originally from the East Coast, born in New York, raised in New Jersey, moved out to the Los Angeles area approximately 6 years ago. Oh, exactly 6 years ago.
Back 6 years ago. Hey, what part of Jersey are you from?
So I've lived all over Jersey, but
Okay.
so when I guess Jersey City, I lived there for a while. Princeton, New Jersey.
Wow.
Lived in that area. Maple Shade, New Jersey.
Oh, you're in Maple Shade. That's South Jersey.
Yeah. So I know all, like Jersey, I've lived all over part of Jersey. But I would say as far as knowing best, the central Jersey area.
Central Jersey is amazing because I know we were talking about Maple Shade. That's the only,
A lot of people don't know Maple Shade. That's crazy.
Maple Shade. That's a cool name for a town, and believe it or not, the name fits.
Oh, man, and I'll tell you, I lived in Maple Shade. The building I lived in Maple Shade, 2 floors up, was a whole floor of prostitutes. I'm not just... Maple Shade is a very fucking shady area, bro.
Well, you need the White Horse Pike.
Yeah. Bro, I would see, and it'd all be Asians. I'd see vans of Asians come in.
Okay.
And I'd be like, what the fuck is going on that floor? But these women look so hollow inside their eyes, you know? Because, the man in me as a 21-year-old was like, oh, I'm going to get some. And then I looked at the women, I go, after a long day of work, I go, well, how many dicks have they been?
Oh,
but again, the look in their eyes, it's a tough profession to have.
That's a real tough profession, and being exposed to that at the age you were, man, that's human trafficking. Back then, I don't know what was it called back then.
It was definitely trafficking because I'd see the main Asian dude would just be like fucking looking mean as fuck. They looked the women looked all weathered, and they say, look, I know it's all sex work is empowering, but I don't fucking believe that when I used to look at these women's eyes, man.
Hey, what were they? Were they Vietnamese? Were they Chinese?
I couldn't tell. I don't remember. I think they were Chinese and Korean. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to lie. But I think Chinese for sure. Okay. Some of them.
Wow, that's amazing because I guess some of those women, maybe they got extorted into doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe
for sure.
Some of them, that's their green card.
Yeah, well, it's your promise to better life. You just have to go through 3-4 years, you're told of, fucking.
Yeah.
It's tough. Listen, I'm not going to shit on sex work because some people have to do it.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, if you don't know what it's like if you're not forced into it, right?
Okay.
You don't, right? I don't know what that's like.
Okay.
I've been forced to do some shit in my life I haven't wanted to.
Oh, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't judge someone for doing that. But what I can say is, like, look, looking in those women's eyes, it is sad, for sure.
Well, I mean, I guess the soul was sucked out of them because you can't really, I'd imagine for that type of work, you really can't be there. You have to be someplace else. So you have to kind of leave your body.
Exactly.
Have an out-of-body experience. Cause I can't even imagine going through that or having to do that. And I guess you'd have to numb yourself.
Well, it's like bombing.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to leave your body because you know it's happening and you know that, look, if you try to do something else, it could get worse. Because the bombing could get worse. They could start heckling. So it's kind of like that experience, except in this experience, you don't have a choice.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. When I've bombed, I thought about becoming a sex worker. I thought about, maybe sex worker.
I think that's easier.
I would have been in porn a long time ago. But remember back in the 80s and 90s, to do porn, you had to do gay porn first.
Yeah, well, the thing was like all porn stars had to do some gay porn to start.
Had to.
It was like your way in, which is weird, right? Because that was where the work was, and it was like to get to fucking like beautiful women, you had to pay your dues.
Yeah, and you're going to pay them too.
Which is crazy, that's tough. That's it. Men have to go through that at some level too.
But why doesn't anybody talk about that? The sexual abuse of men in the porn industry.
Because I think men are just such promiscuous animals that people are like, well, they could just handle it easier. Just because we're okay with having sex that has no emotion attached, or even sex that maybe we don't want, but we just have to get through it, right? Let's be honest. All men become gay in jail. Like a lot of them, right?
Not by choice and not by choice.
That are doing long bits, right? It's almost a guarantee. Bro.
Well, look, if I was in prison, let me tell you something Anu. I saw Shawshank Redemption, and I was like, man, Andy Dufresne, when he got caught in the laundry or whatever, I was like, man, I don't want that shit to happen to me. So I'd probably, what would I do?
It's scary.
Yeah, because,
have you ever been in that position where a gay man looked at you in a certain way or gave you a handshake and it kind of like, and you realized they could overpower you if they wanted?
No, never.
I've had that happen to me.
Oh, no.
And let me tell
me about it. Tell us.
I used to work at Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City, one of the bigger comedy clubs there.
Oh, it's world famous. Yeah.
Yeah. So guess who used to work there?
Who?
Omar, who just died from The Wire.
That's right.
He used to work at Caroline's. So he came back to visit one day, and he's gay in real life.
Oh, really? He is?
Yes, gay in real life.
Wow.
Came into Caroline's. I met him, shook my hand, and gave me that look, that smile of like, oh, I like you. It was very awkward because I'm like, I'm meeting Omar from The Wire, and then slowly went to my mind, well, Omar from The Wire might rape me.
Yeah, he might, and you know what? He was a dancer too. Hey, you know what's crazy? Okay, so Michael K. Williams, I thought he might have been gay. I might have thought it, but I thought, nah, he's too hardcore. But then I thought he was a dancer. Like he started out dancing. Not saying jobs are stereotypical, but you don't find a lot of straight dancers. So that should have been a talisman. But then when you see the way he portrayed his character, not saying gay guys can't be thugs, but it's like
gay guys can be thugs.
Oh yeah,
New York is full of them.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to meet those guys. But it's amazing that you said that because okay, I lied to you, Anu, and I apologize right now. Nombre del Padre, del Hijo, Espíritu Santo, amen. I apologize, bless me for my sin, Father, because it did happen to me.
Well, listen, in the end of the day, it's okay. Sometimes you don't want to have to remember situations like that.
Well, I'll never forget the situation. It was Miyagi's on Sunset.
Oh wow, which is a famous place in LA.
Oh yeah, you can probably go there right now and find celebrities. So if you're into like I don't know, celeb stalking or
celeb culture.
Yeah, just go up to Miyagi's right now. Is it still open?
I think it's still open. Yeah, I think Mr. Chow, Miyagi's, a couple of these spots they're doing well. You know what? Because during the pandemic, they were just doing takeaway, and the celebrities were still fucking with them hard, and so that loyalty never died.
Miyagi's, man. Okay, so one time I went there.
So give people the just kind of description. When you walk in there, what is Miyagi's? What type of restaurant?
I would say it's like a sushi restaurant, and it's like 2 or 3 levels. It's like about 3 levels. And so it's been a long time since I've been there. Okay, the day I went there, I wasn't trying to impress these girls. Okay. And how I was trying to impress them is I can get you in anywhere. So, okay, we go to this place, and there's a line outside.
Wait, these girls, did you meet them as like randomly, or were they like friends of yours, or you were trying to get with one of them?
Yes, I was trying to get with one of them. I met them before, so and I still had a little bit of the Jersey boy in me, so I was like, okay, let me see if I could do this. Let me throw a little LA swagger here. So I was like, okay, so hey, let's go to Miyagi's. We'll go up there because I've been to Miyagi's before. This is a fantastic place. So I said, okay, I'll bring them there to impress them.
Yeah.
So what happened was we went there. There's a big long line, and everybody looks at me like, you said you'd get us in. So I'm like, okay, let me do this. So I go up to the line and I find out there's a
Were you horrified at that moment?
Oh, yeah, I thought I was going to.
Because at that moment, I'm horrified. Yeah. Even if I don't have that, because I'm like, there's no chance I'm getting in.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Something took over. Like I got possessed by like some kind of good demon. And then
you're a man on a mission. You're like, I'm going to fucking do this.
Hey, I know what Tom Cruise feels like when he jumps on a plane 3,000 feet and he finds that eject button that wasn't there.
It's the same muscle in your head,
It's the exact same. I think Tom Cruise is also gay, but allegedly.
Listen, that's the thing. We hear, Will Smith, we hear Jamie Foxx. You hear all these stories in the green room, in the back rooms.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
At the end of the day, I guess as long as they're making their, we'll talk about that in a second. But let me tell you my story, and it will go back on the gay thing. Unfortunately,
well, that's the thing. The ending here is there's some type of gay ending.
Yeah, it is. It actually is, or bisexual. I think I might be bisexual after this. So what happened was, we went. I walked around Miyagi's, having no luck with the ladies because who am I? I'm not a star, or I'm not acting to be. Hey, if you're going to go to Sunset, at least get your acting like a star game down. Because regular jobs don't work out there. I don't care if you go out there and say, hey, you know, I'm a manager of a plant. They're going to laugh at you. Hey, I'm a teacher. So what? Hey, guess what? I got my tenure at UCLA. Whatever.
Yeah, that doesn't work with the door guys.
No, it doesn't work with anybody. The ladies look at you like, yo, it's like you're recyclable trash that they've never. So anyway, I was having no luck with the ladies, you know.
It's all about clout, bro. They don't even care about money that much out here.
Yeah.
It's a clout.
It's who
New
can
York
get you
is
where.
money, it's clout here.
That's amazing. That is true. And that's why so many people fake the funk. Is because you can fake the funk because everybody's faking the funk.
Yes.
As long as you don't expose my funk, I'm going to expose your funk.
Even the rich guys are faking the funk because there's always someone more rich. And they're all, when you get that rich, you get greedy. And all you think about is the other greed. Anyway.
You know, the crazy thing is some of the rich guys, like in Redondo where you live, and Hermosa Beach, they fake like they're poor.
Oh.
So you got these rich guys faking like they're poor.
They love it.
Like
And that's the best way to live.
Oh,
because guess what? You hold on to your money and you don't attract attention.
Man, those beach millionaires, man, they are living the life. They're like 60 years old in those clubs in Hermosa Beach, banging 20-year-olds, like banging them well. So, and you know, they will walk in there with their, looking like Jerry Garcia just fell off the bus, the tour bus. They walk in there, you know, unshaved and upkept, maybe a little smell.
You know what the thing is, bro? Exactly what you just say, though, is like I see old men. Old women in the beach towns, they have smiles in their face ear to ear. Some of them are close to death, but they're still happy. But anyway, go on.
I knew if I had a black card, I would also be happy. Because that's what this guy would throw down would be a black card. Hey, you got muscles, you got abs, you got a surfboard, black card, bow. And guess who the ladies went to? Black card, bow.
Because there's nothing that feels better than security.
We'll talk about that in a second because we got to get back to
the story.
When I met this guy.
So you're Mr. Miyagi.
I was Miss Miyagi's. I wish I would have saw Mr. Miyagi.
And how did you convince him to let you in?
That's a good point. Thanks for bringing back around because there are all kind of holes in the story, which in the comments they would destroy. So how I did it was there's a birthday party, and I said, and they made the crucial mistake to ask me, are you here for the birthday party? Yes, of course I'm here for the birthday party. How many people? 4. Boom.
Yeah.
Skipped everybody in line.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. So all it took was a moment of making sure you could go with the flow.
Wow. And that's living in the present. That's the flow.
Living in the present. Huge.
And that I executed that back then.
Because you had a whole plan and then you just shifted away from the plan at that moment. Which is living in the moment.
You're living in the moment. And I didn't even realize it at that time because that was like years ago. And now that stuff I'm starting to do now. So that got us at Miyagi's. And, halfway through the story, let me just tell you, yes, the girl went off with another guy. Yes, so I got played.
That happens to us a million times.
Twist and shout, twist and turn. That's why Chuck Berry did what he did. No, it is what it is. I know. So, I'll get my revenge in the future, when I'm a 65-year-old man throwing black cards down. So anyway, so we're sitting there. So I walk in there having no luck with the ladies, but it's a lot of ladies. So I'm like, I'm feeling depressed. I'm like, man.
You're in a clout environment where all it is clout. They don't even care about your money. They're like, well, what show have you been on? What do you write for? It's a weird place.
It's a real weird place. And the people who really have the clout are people, if they didn't have it, you wouldn't want to hang out with
Also,
them.
you're a minority in there, which is going against you at some level. I noticed one thing is, just go bringing it back to when you go up to the door in L.A., in West Hollywood.
Oh, you're done.
It's almost like you're in 1950s America again.
No.
Because you literally you have these white men looking down on you.
Yes.
It's weird. It's like all of a sudden you went back in time and it makes you feel like shitted on.
I wrote a story that got published. It was called The Crip, the Persian, and Tommy Lee.
Wow. I got to read that.
and it was about a time I went to a West Hollywood club. I forget the name.
Where can I find that, by the way? Because I'd love to fucking read that.
That is in my book, Lust, Sex, and Religion.
Lust, okay. And I can find that on Amazon?
That's in Amazon. That's in the matter of fact. All the links to the books are in the description.
Oh, that's a fucking great title, man.
Well, here's the thing that happened that night. I learned the realities about L.A. I learned it, and we went to the door. There was a guy. He was a black gentleman. He's a Crip. I met him in a party before, and I met him in a party in Santa Monica. And we went in this party, a pile of like 30-year-olds, sun-scrubbed, trust fund kids sitting there. And there were these two beautiful Israeli girls there. Man, they were beautiful, man. They were about like 5'7", 5'8", curly, beautiful hair.
Oh, wow.
Honey skin.
Oh.
And they had a sexy accent. So, I'm trying to talk, and they're trying to talk. And those guys are like, we're not going to let you talk. So it's like everybody's going for these girls.
Everyone's fighting.
Everybody's fighting, but passive-aggressive in LA. Because it's like, come over here and look at my Benz. What? Oh, you got me. Check
You're
me.
talking to her, and he's like, come over here and have a drink real quick.
Exactly.
Just like using objects or material shit to pull her away.
Hey, LA, that's just the game they have. So, I had a frat brother, and his cousin was a Crip from Santa Monica. I didn't know Santa Monica's had Crips. I didn't know what the story was.
Heavy presence in Venice, right?
Oh, yeah. Shoreline. I think the Shoreline Crips are some of the biggest I think it might be the biggest Crips in LA. But, that gangbanging stuff is dying.
But I think they still, you see some of the leftovers out, and they're, still selling drugs and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing.
I've seen a couple of them eating ice cream on the
Crips eating ice cream?
Yeah. Well, just like these thugs. And listen, it's hard not to smile when you're enjoying a tasty, sweet treat.
When you see a thug eating an ice cream cone with his pants sagging, throwing up signs. That only in L.A.
Only in L.A. It still exists. A little bit of it's left.
I think it exists.
A tiny bit.
And I think
compared to what it was.
And I think you're right. It's more on the narcotic side.
Yeah.
It's easy to sell narcotics in a group. Not saying they do. That's allegedly. So I don't know what the.
Venice is also very open, very liberal.
Okay.
I don't think narcotic sales are the big issue there.
No, because everybody making laws out there is probably on some kind of narcotic.
Well, I think those town board meetings
have cocaine. Okay, let's turn the microphones and the cameras off. Get the lines in the back.
Literally, bro, you have coke or heroin, you're getting a ticket.
Yeah.
You're not going to jail.
No, they can't. If you start putting people in jail, you have to put the big. Then they don't want the big boys to go to jail because then they come the big lawyers. Because if they can put me and you in jail,
yeah.
But if a celebrity's out there and they try to put him in jail, well, good luck. You're gonna waste all your resources getting the case thrown out.
It's all bullshit. Look, comedians died of fentanyl overdose in the Los Angeles community. No one has been arrested.
No,
it's now 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So can we honestly? They know where he got that shit from.
Exactly.
And that person, it's a free man, right, or a free woman, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's obviously not a big deal there.
No. It's always been like a drug culture, I think. Like a big heroin culture, the beach culture.
Exactly.
So, all you got to do is take a shot of heroin, get a sleeping bag. Welcome to L.A.
That's it.
And pull up on the beach. That's your home. Heroin, sleeping bag, and beach, and you're okay. You can at least spend 6 to 7 months in L.A. Okay, so back to the story. Okay, so Miyagi's. The
trust fund kids are there trying to pull the Israeli chicks away.
Okay. Let's go back to the Persian Crip and Tommy Lee. Okay, so
shit, we've been to 8 layers in.
And we're deep. We're deep, baby. We're deep. We'll have to. It's like the Matrix. We're like different dimensions. So let me go to the dimension about the Israeli girls. So we didn't get them that night, but my fraternity brother had a cousin who's a Crip, and he looked like a soft Crip. I don't know. He could, anyway. So he says, "Hey, there's a club with an aquarium." I said, "A club with an aquarium? I'm from Jersey. I never seen that shit. Club with aquarium. I have to see this club with the aquarium."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Okay, tomorrow, pick me up. We'll go down to this club with the aquarium." All the people in that room said they knew this dude. He shook their hands, and they were all going to the club with the aquarium, too.
Wow.
Showed up the next night. I picked up my friend Ryan. He lives in, West Hollywood or, Beverly Hills. But really, the cool Persians say they live in West Hollywood. The money Persians, they live in Beverly Hills. So Ryan, I think, is a cool money Persian. I don't know. He's a cop now. So anyway, Persian cop. Where's that come from?
Wow. That's the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, literally. Literally. So, that happened. So Ryan picks up the Crip. Yes, there is a bad section in Santa Monica. I didn't think there was, but yes, in fact, there is. There is actually a bad section. So he picks us up. We drive down. The club does not even have a line. The club has a circle circumference. It's like Elysium. It's like this round, crowd gathered outside of these ropes. All the doormen.
So it's like a circle of people waiting, not just a line.
Yes, like some kind of sick, like futuristic game, like Lode Runner or something like that. Some kind of sick futuristic game. And of course, you're right. You got the tall doormen outside, wannabe actors sitting out there dressed to the nines, but probably all live in a one-bedroom, not a studio in Hollywood sharing it between 9 people, but I'm not judging, allegedly. So we're sitting there, and yes, of course, they look at everybody and have to bring everybody in. And yes, if you were of a darker hue, I'm not saying black, I'm saying darker hue. Like if you were like maybe somebody who's Greek or Italian, and maybe you fell asleep on Santa Monica Beach, well, that nap cost you entrance. As it should have. Status, and you weren't going to get into the club with the aquarium. At the end of the night, it was me, the Persian, and the Crip.
Wow.
Outside the line. Everybody else had gotten in.
Wow.
By ourselves. I felt so...
You feel degraded.
Oh, worthless.
Because everyone else got in.
Like I wanted to become a serial killer at that moment.
I've had it so bad where I walked up to the club line with a couple brown, black dudes and a couple white dudes. Mm-hmm. And I've had one of the white dudes, bro, sorry guys, I gotta go. Go in there while I leave the rest of us the fuck out.
Let me tell you. And
it's like, bro, what the fuck? It's like, what kind of friend are you?
Let me tell you this, and it's the same that you said that, because that night, all the people at the Santa Monica party went in, and they did not help him. They all did the same thing you just said. Wow, it's amazing,
bro. I'll catch up later, man.
Yeah, and they walk in. I saw that at a bar yesterday. I went to a bar yesterday, and it was 2 lesbians, and not okay. Yes, I hang at lesbian bars. Judge me, okay? I don't care. Not your name, Anu, but there are people out there listening saying, "Oh, look, he hangs it." Why every man should hang at lesbian bars? Are you serious? But anyway, so let me out. So I'm sitting there, and 2 lesbians are there, a black one and a white one. They're both very sort of masculine. But how masculine can a woman really be?
Exactly.
I mean, unless they're like the softball playing type. But these were like sort of skinny. They were they could have been. They were really attractive women. They actually made pretty cool men. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and the black girl, all she wanted to do was get her a mask, but she was causing a disturbance, supposedly in a bar. I don't know how you cause a disturbance in a bar. So they're giving her a hard time. They're getting on the they have a CB player in this club. Like, you need to sit down and put your mask back on. You're going to be kicked out. So I guess she lost her jacket. Her girl did not help her at all. Her girl sat there and like, I don't know. I think she's drunk.
I don't know her.
She's on heroin, fentanyl. I don't know. She's adopted. I don't know. I heard like 10 excuses.
We just met outside.
Outside we met. I met her at the nail shop. Lehman. But gave her a kiss, and when she walked out, started talking shit behind her back. I don't know. She gets crazy.
That's L.A. for you, huh?
Man. It is. But, once... Lou, the crazy thing is, I've been here like a little longer, but what I've learned is it's almost like, shit's going on, and if you, like, for example, if somebody's pissing in a pool, and you still jump in there, well, that's on you.
Well, the point is, we know every fucking pool we jump into has piss.
And some shit, and a dead body, and some kind of...
Every pool in Los Angeles has a sign that says, please don't come in with diarrhea, which means people have come with diarrhea.
Who would go to... Hey, I won't leave the house if I feel like it's going to be a contentious day.
I won't leave the house if I think a fart can be suspicious. Right? I'm not going to take that chance.
Let me tell you.
Or I'm going to take some Imodium and then wait an hour and then leave.
You should do that. I'm going to tell a story I've never told anywhere before. I don't want you to judge me.
No, I don't judge at all.
I don't want anybody out there to judge me. One time, this is a true story, I had that problem happen. I was drinking with a girl. I was about to go on a date, and the date was 2 hours away. So I'm drinking with this other girl. Like the kind of girl you don't take on dates. I'm drinking with her. We drink a beer. And then I had a ASEA smoothie for some reason. Don't know what possessed me to go to this place and have an ASEA smoothie.
Oh.
So I had an ASEA smoothie. So the beer forced, me to have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it. And then that smoothie just pushed it out.
Well, let me tell you the horror. The horror of what happened. So I'm at this urinal in Bixby Park with the heroin addicts and whatever transactions are going on inside the stalls. I don't know. I don't look inside there because I think I will lose my soul. I'll walk out of the bathroom in Bixby Park with vacant eyes. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man. So I'm urinating, and yes, I did queef, whatever it's called, quaff, queef, fart, whatever it is. Because I thought shart. That's what it turned into. Because I thought it was going to be a legitimate backfire. That's what he's calling we little kids in New Jersey. It's a backfire. So my body gave me no red alarms that it was going to be a shart, and it was a shart, just enough.
Was it one of the small shards that? Okay, at that moment you're questioning, like, can I pull this off?
No, it was water. No, there's no pulling it off, no trying to throw it away. Yeah, it
like there's a shart where you just have a tiny little spot.
No.
And you could throw out your underwear.
I was hoping.
Just clean your asshole, and you're a new man.
I was hoping that happened, but it was about quarter size. So I was assed out. But that's not the worst part. This is the worst part.
You're literally assed out.
I was. I was. I never applied that fucking urban terminology to anybody else, and you find New Yorkers will tell you what the fuck is up. I love New York.
Well, I consider myself Jersey more than New York. I'll be honest.
You know the crazy thing is, like, you're like sophisticated Jersey, and I'm like dirt Jersey. I'm the part of Jersey the nation doesn't know. They know about the North, Princeton, central to North. That's Jersey.
Yeah,
I'm from like bumfuck Jersey.
What part?
I'm from down near Cherry Hill.
Oh yeah, well down near Maple Shade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Maple Shade is more sophisticated than where
Cherry Hill's sophisticated. But Maple Shade, you started to. I mean, I worked at fucking Perkins.
I love their pancakes. I love their fucking pancakes.
Oh man, they don't have Perkins out here,
No. Well, let's
go. So let's go back to the story.
Okay, so here's what happened.
So you sharded.
It was more than a shard. It was like fuck.
Okay, so you shit your pants basically.
Yeah. Oh, but like a little amount. Just
a tiny shit.
Still
well, you stopped it because you didn't keep going. At that moment, you could have kept going.
Oh, it was horrible. It was because it was a horrible. It was noxious. It was actually noxious.
So the chick with you, did she know?
No, don't even worry about her. I left her back.
Okay.
I had a date to go on.
So, okay.
And I fucking still went on that date.
So how did you, did you go to the bathroom? You went to the bathroom, cleaned your ass?
At twice, and the smell was still there. But here's what I thought. The whole time. I'm walking up there like, I don't want to be a flake. What the fuck? I'm like, I don't want to be a flake like the rest of these motherfuckers.
You couldn't have just got home, showered real quick, and be like, I'll be an hour late?
Oh, man, you know what? I was 2 blocks from the place the date was, and I lived, like 30 minutes away.
Did you throw the underwear out?
I wasn't even wearing underwear. That's the bad part. That's the sucker move.
Part.
Sucker MC
that's
should call me sire. So I walked in there, man. I smelled like shit, and I tried to play it off. I tried to, and it's a fucking wine bar.
Were you really interested in this chick?
No, I just wanted to prove.
The first date.
It was the first day we met online. She was a criminal defense lawyer, so I know she smelled shitty pants before.
She's been to the fucking big.
You smelled shitty asses. How dare? And actually, she gave me a ride home.
Well, she's used to. She's like, all right, I'll give you a ride home.
You gotta
She's giving a few people rides home.
Fuck, get in the back, you smelly ass. Anyway, so that was crazy. So yeah, that happened, and so I actually followed through one of the dates.
Did she figure out at some level that it was you?
Yeah,
she knew.
She
just thought. So she just thought you naturally smell like shit.
You know what I thought it was?
That's the weird part. It's like, at that moment, do you tell her, no, something happened, I had an accident? Because you're like, I don't normally smell like this.
I didn't tell her anything, so I thought maybe she thought like I stepped in shit on my shoe. Because that happened to an Uber driver before.
Listen, that happened to every single person I know. I've had shit on my shoe. I've had shit on my back tire. I've had it's hard. It's hard to avoid.
Oh man, let me tell you what. I had shit on my shoe. I sat in an Uber driver's car. He was a cool dude, but I was thinking this motherfucker's car smells like shit.
So you thought it was him?
Him?
And it was you?
It was me. And I'm sitting there thinking, man,
that's hilarious. Both guys are thinking it's each other. And no one wants to say anything.
But I think he thought it was me.
Because of course, that's the thing. So both guys thought it's each other.
Yeah.
He thinks it's you. You think it's him. He's like, fuck, I can't say anything. He's my customer. You're like, fuck, I can't say anything. I don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah. Cause I wanted, but he was such a nice guy. Cause I was thinking about when I first got in there, man, why does it smell like shit? I'm going to give him such a bad report.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to bury this dude.
He's thinking the same about you. He's like, I'm going to give him a shitty rating.
Then we started talking about Jesus.
By the way, what is your Uber rating?
Oh, you know what? I think pretty good. I'm
a 4.82, which ain't good.
What? Dang, you knew. What the hell?
I'll tell you, 4.82. Let me check yours. You can check yours really easily.
Okay.
All you have to do is go to the app and then you click on your up here and it says it right next to your name.
What's yours? Why is it that new? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think I've had a few mishaps on the Ubers.
Well, tell me about an Uber mishap.
I threw up out a window once.
No, I can see you. Hey, if throw window had a face,
listen, here's the thing. I didn't drive home that night. I left my car.
Responsible.
Took my Uber, and I said, well, I have to get home, right? Because I'm really fucked up.
Yes.
And I threw up out the window to the point where the guy got out. I didn't get in his car, which he respected, because he got out. Then he fucking, took care of me.
Oh, wow.
And my rating was still fucked up. I don't know if it was, here's the thing. You could get a bad Uber rating for anything.
Yeah.
Because I've also had friends take on my Uber account. Because, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
My dude, I just got out of the Bing. I don't have any credit.
Yeah.
Can you fucking get me Uber?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, you don't want to stay at my house? Okay, I'll get you an Uber.
Yeah.
Fine, I can do that. Or ex-girl I dated, I let her use it.
Yeah.
But who the fuck knows what these people have done to me with my Uber reputation.
Hiding bodies, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. That was the case with the...
I've never had a bad Uber rating. I'm very polite.
Oh, I'm super polite. I'm actually very nice. If they want to talk, I'll talk. I'm all about being a nice guy.
You look like you're very polite. If I was an Uber driver,
I would never disrespect a person while they're working.
I would pick you up definitely but I don't like to smile in pictures. I think my Uber profile looks like I just got out of doing an armed robbery bid. So I think when people pick me up, they're like, fuck. Uber drivers who pick me up really need the money.
I don't put the picture. That's the key. Because I feel like they won't pick me up if they see the picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
I would pick you up.
It's still, you might, but I think a lot of white Uber drivers or even brown Uber drivers might be racist.
I'm who's that? Who's that nice Dominican guy? Who's that nice Dominican baseball pitcher? Who's that? I like Dominican. They start speaking Spanish to you and stuff like that. Then when you don't speak Spanish, they get confused and are out of there.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
So back to Miyagi's. I went back to Miyagi's and. So what we were talking about before, you
were at Miyagi's and the girl had left with another guy. You were looking at a bunch of chicks.
Yeah.
And you weren't having any luck.
No.
And I think that's what
It's luckless there. I look better now than. I look better now than I did back then.
It's so weird because men age better.
Yeah.
I think some of the men will look better later in life.
We just learned that we will not get any more vagina unless we keep our
composure.
Standards up. But women always have a guy that will have sex with them. They might not like them, but they will always have a guy that has sex with them.
I was writing a bit earlier, trying to write a bit, because I said it's harder. Women say it's so hard to be a woman. I get that. It's hard to be a woman. It is a very tough world.
Yes.
But I'm going to be honest with you. There are advantages to being a woman. They forget to mention that. First of all, if there was I'd prove to you it's advantageous to be a woman.
Tell me.
Yeah, have you seen women get the pink plate around their license?
Yeah, I've seen a few, yes.
Think about it. There's no blue plates. Right?
No.
So think about it. A woman deciding to do that is because she feels it's going to add some type of benefit to her.
Let me ask you a question, Anu. Why do women get to claim the color pink?
In the end of the day, it was men not claiming it, I think.
Then a certain group of men who claim pink.
Exactly. So I think we fucked that up.
Yeah, because we could have had
We
pink.
claimed black, blue, green. Well, we kind of claimed, we definitely claimed black and blue, right? And then I think women are like, well, we'll just take what's left.
I think women tricked us. I think we were going to choose pink, and the women are like, "Ooh, that green looks so good on you."
They always say that. They always say green looks good on you.
Because money looks good on you. Women are the queens of manipulation. Money looks good on you.
Women are very good at it. Very good at it. And they can't help it. Listen, if you can manipulate someone, it's a trait to have. I think it's such an important trait to have in this day and age, is manipulation.
You know who manipulates people, Anu? The devil.
Well, the devil's everywhere.
Yes, he is. And he was definitely at Miyagi's that night because he was stopping me from getting female attention. So I'm walking, I got my head down, and the Michael K. Williams story is cool. Yo, Michael K. Williams, he does look like he'll get down.
But he was the nicest guy. Look, when he shook my hand, he didn't do it in any rough way.
Yeah.
He did it in a way as respectable as a gay man.
His eyes twinkled up.
I saw the twinkle.
Yeah, the twinkle. I've seen
Which is nothing wrong with it.
No.
Right? That's normal. It's normal to have that. I actually felt good. Like, oh, Omar from The Wire wants to fuck me.
Let me ask you. Okay, that's very good, Anu. The twinkle was good in a crowded place. If that twinkle happens when you guys are alone after a sauna.
Yeah, and that twinkle happens in Canarsie, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
In a dark alley. Yeah. I'm fucking paranoid.
Because you're going to get paid $25 or owed $25. There's going to be some kind of exchange. Are you going to pay it or are you going to do it?
And I'm going to have shit on my foot on the way home in the Uber ride.
Oh, my God. and hopefully it'll be you. Maybe that's what I stepped in. So I'm at Miyagi's, and I see Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from the Green Mile. God bless the dead. Michael Clark Duncan.
Beast.
So I go over and I said, oh, that's Michael Clark Duncan. So I go over and I give him the brother hug. One fist between our chests, and then I slapped him on his back and gave him a hug, but the fist was still there between us.
Okay.
It's not like when you hug like male family that you like, you leave the chest exposed. When you got, especially Jersey. In Jersey, we do the whole chest separates us. Like chest, fist, chest. Yo, what's up, son? Chest. That's how we do in Jersey. I don't know, but you got people who hug open, and that's cool. But so it was chest, fist, chest. He slapped my back. I slapped his back, and I felt like a fucking wall with legs,
bro.
But I'm taller. I'm actually taller than him. But he.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he's a brick. Like, so, I tapped on his back, and I said, "Man, I really like your work." He looks up, twinkly eyes.
Oh wow.
And I thought, well, yeah, because everybody else really couldn't take what I want to give him, But yeah, Michael Clark Duncan, yeah. You get idea. Hey, both of you.
Are you and him like the only minorities in the place that night?
No, he had people sitting around.
There's a couple more.
There was a lot of. Okay, LA. Here's what you gotta say about LA. I'm gonna explain LA. That I've seen. It might have changed since COVID and everything like this. Okay, so when women went to clubs, here's how it would be. How it went down. Women would go to clubs. They would dance with the black guys. They get drinks bought for them by the Asian guys or the Persian guys. Then they would go home with the white guys.
Wow.
And it was all women. It wasn't just any nationality.
Wow.
It was all. So they dance with the black guys all night.
They get the freak from the black guy.
Yeah.
They enjoy the fucking close dancing. They get the money paid Asians.
Persians, yes.
Persians
Armenians,
and Asians.
yeah.
Armenians included. And then they go home with the white guy.
With the white guys.
For that guy, nice little blanket. That's
nice to a blanket on a floor. But he's pounding out models for some reason.
Oh,
so I mean that'd be the game, and then all the white guys do would stand there and look cool. That's all, and they look because hey, let me tell you something. Another Miyagi story. I saw this white guy destroy everybody in this dance battle. He was the coolest dude, and this is okay. No homo. Before I say anything else, I'm gonna tread upon some gray areas, but I'm a straight male. Okay, which is up anyway. So we're sitting there, and I go to Miyagi's, and this cool. He's about 5'9". He had a beard and long hair before they were cool, like an actor looking, like one of those actor looking motherfuckers from Wisconsin or Pennsylvania, or Missouri.
Tom Brady looking dude.
Yeah, exactly. Not one of those L.A. guys. Kind of like got Mexican or Asian or some kind of thing in them. It's a kind of ethnic confusion.
Pure blood white American.
Exactly. So he's out there. And he's house dancing. And he's amazing. He's dancing in a square about 12 inches big. And he's dancing. And he looks so freaking cool. I know how women feel when they stare at guys who can dance. Yeah. Even though I didn't want to fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you admired him. You said, wow, I'd love to fucking be that guy.
For that day, maybe for life, except for the 5'10". maybe for 5'10". But for life, yeah. But for life, I was thinking, yes, but I'd like to trade lives with you.
Or just you said, I wish I had those dance moves.
You dancing vanilla god. You dancing vanilla upper middle class god from Wisconsin out in Hollywood. You're probably going to be a bit actor on some shit, and you're going to fuck the casting couch. No, anyway, so and this was what Crunking was in. So all these black guys were coming up, crunking against him. He was destroying them. He had the coolest look on his face. Not cocky, not gay, and but I don't know.
Just class
and confidence.
Confidence.
Laser point confidence. This laser, like if he didn't play basketball and you did play basketball, he'd like beat you one game. Like, how the hell did you beat me? I don't know, dude. It's just, he's one of those guys that beat you and you don't know how he beat you. But then you're so mad now, and I don't even play basketball, okay? Do you play mugging? Well, no, I know jujitsu. Oh, got me again. I'll leave you alone. And he's 5'9", so he like lures you in to your death, like a pitcher plant. You're
Right.
like, okay, you may have taken my girl. I'm gonna rob you. No, whoa.
No.
Oh my God, what's that? Krav Maga? What's the thumb doing? Is that my jugular? Is that my jugular? I'm sorry. It's okay. Man. I'll let you live, and I love you. And here's $5. No, he killed me with kindness.
Just like the nicest guy in the world, huh?
Anu, I don't know about. When I told you about shitting my pants, I feel bad now.
Why? Every man shits their pants at some point. Come on. Every woman shits their pants.
Oh, I don't even see that. Oh,
but that's true.
But
I was on a vacation with a girl, and she shit her pants.
What happened? How'd she shit her pants?
So,
I love stories that start so and.
No, listen. We land in Spain, Barcelona.
Oh wow! I'm jealous.
Oh, amazing place.
Okay.
She actually allowed me to win a raffle. So I won a free airline ticket to Europe.
Okay.
Dude, I won this trip with her. I go with her, and we end up in Barcelona, and basically we go out. There's actually coffee houses you can smoke pot in Barcelona.
Oh my gosh.
So we go to the first place, though, where they have fucking weird fucking cheese and shit that our fucking American bodies aren't probably used to, right?
Yeah.
Weird meat, weird cheese.
Yeah.
Then we go there, we take a bong hit. Then we're drinking beers. All the combination of this with that weird cheese, that European fucking cheese. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, we're walking down the alley. She goes, I just had an accident.
Oh, what the hell?
I just shit my
Silent
pants,
but deadly.
So we had to she had to go into a restaurant, pretend she was going to eat there, just had to use the bathroom real quick. Oh. But yeah, it happens to women, bro.
Okay, let me ask you a few questions. I'm not gonna let you off the hook.
You shouldn't feel fucking bad. Shit.
Was she fine?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Oh, okay. That
pretty. Very pretty.
Oh wow, very pretty. Well, that doesn't mean anything then.
It doesn't mean anything because at the end of the day, we had a good laugh.
Yeah.
Because she went back to the hotel, took a shower, and guess what? She was real about it.
Yeah.
A lot of women wouldn't have been real about it.
Did you have sex with her?
Of course.
That's what I'm talking about. You had shitty sex, you bastard.
I waited until she showered. I didn't have sex after she shit herself. No, that would be weird.
Okay.
I always think it's weird when a guy says he could get like a blumpkin. You know what a blumpkin is?
What's a blumpkin?
A blumpkin is a name for a sex act where you get your dick sucked while you're taking a shit.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I had this dude I knew in college. He was a country bumpkin, and he said that happened. Yeah,
whatever. Maybe it's to me that's disgusting.
No, because I want a girl in the bathroom with me.
I don't want. Those are separate from me. I shit. I actually listen. Some shits I could enjoy. I take a nice shit. It's like you enjoy a piss if you haven't pissed in a while.
The other day I had a good one.
Yeah, you have a good one after a few beers. Your bladder's got filled. But
natural.
How can you combine these?
No, you can't. And those
Some guys can.
They should be put in a camp. And they should be tattooed, and forget that, man. You can't. Why would you do that?
It's disgusting. It's you almost don't deserve the pleasure of sex. Then you're ruining it to me.
It's like
you're ruining it.
I don't like.
And what kind of woman goes along with that?
A woman who's getting paid.
Well, we get that, but some girls do it while the guy's sitting on the shitter. That says her boyfriend. He wants to try it.
You know what that is, Anu? I'm going to tell you what that is. And that's why women burn your car. That's why they slash your tires. Because what that is, Anu, that's a woman's love. That's how deep women love. Women,
that is true.
They love you enough to give you fellatio while you are defecating in a toilet. That's a woman's love. And that's why when a woman you hurt them, they try to kill you. Because, hey, listen, if I was a woman, which I've never been, have no intention to be, I love women though. If I gave somebody fellatio while they're taking a dump and he cheats on me, I'm definitely stabbing him.
After that experience, yes. I mean, especially if you had to be convinced to do it. No.
You know, it's crazy. You had pressure on you in Barcelona because you had a fine girl shit herself. But if you would have not shown her the interest that she wanted, those Spanish guys would have just...
bro.
And they're handsome men.
At the end of the day, all it is guys fucking hitting on her. It's kind of fucking nice, though, to know that, like, you know, she has to come home with you.
Oh, wow.
Because, I mean, you know, you're together, so.
Can I tell you something? When you said that, you sound like a kidnapper. you sound like a fucking human trafficker.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I bet you do. What the hell? Let me take the time real quick. Okay, so.
We got a couple minutes, right?
Couple minutes. We got about 2 or 3 minutes. Oh man, it's been real, man. This flowed like it felt like 3 minutes, man.
I love it. I love that's the way it should be, right?
That's how it should
just be natural conversation, which is interesting, right?
But I want to ask you this before you came. Like, who are your comedic influences? What comedians influenced you in your style?
I would say George Carlin, obviously, you know, he was a big in the beginning. First comedian to really influence me, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Then I got into Carlin, then Pryor, Sam Kinison, Jerry. I mean, here's the thing. I appreciate so many comedians, you know, that even Andrew Dice Clay.
Your style, I like your style. Your style is very, very New Yorkish, and I like that. Yeah, you have a very East Coast style, but still sort of you're more, I don't know, like people, you're better to look at than Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew Dice Clay is hard to look at. His jokes are funny and everything, but there's something about somebody being, I don't know, is it approachable? Is approachable the word? You're approachable, and it's like the audience can kind of like trust you. Even though you're a New Yorker, so you're a New Yorker I could trust. Like if I get lost off the subway, hey, where am I? Oh, you're in Harlem, but I help you.
Yeah, listen, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, see? There you go. That's a good help. So that's interesting. So
that was the thing, is there was a lot of comics that I think I try to, you know, still emulate, probably subconsciously, right?
Yeah.
We all try to emulate someone. It was very much that fast pace too. I like the fast pace, you know, kind of in your face, kind of try to be smart, right? Try to write smart, but don't try to write too smart because you don't want to get boring, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix of all that. I mean, Sam Kinison, I used to fucking love him. He was just fucking in your face, and there's just so many influences. I respect so many great comedians, you know?
Kinison was in and out, though. Like, he hit it hard, and he fell out.
Yeah. It's fucking coke use, you know? It's hard when you're doing blow. I mean, it's hard to maintain a lifestyle like that.
He was an older comedian, too. Like, a lot of comedians start very young. And I think with comedy, what I'm seeing the line is, because, you know, you can start young. And a lot of comedians start young. It's a lot of observational comedy. Like, hey, you know, I walked into 7-Eleven the other day. Exactly. Why is it called 7-Eleven when it's open 24 hours a day? I'm so witty. But, you know, so you do stupid shit like that. Or like, and, you know, those jokes get pilfered like a corpse on the Serengeti by vultures. But people can't take stories. I was telling a comedian the other day, people can't take stories away from you.
Never.
So when you start seeing comedians make it at the next level, like a Kinison, there's stories, but you have to go through that shit. Like Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor.
They got to be real. Yeah. And people can tell if you're full of shit and you're just making something up, or it's something that's coming. It's just something. It's just like there's something we can tell when someone's lying without just the way they're delivering it or something, right? It's just like saying we're all connected. It's like, I can prove that to you because you ever seen that you could always tell when someone's staring at you?
Yeah.
You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're not looking in their direction, you can feel it. So it's that same thing where it's kind of innate. It's kind of inside of you. It's born into you where you know, right, when someone's full of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's just a red flag happens, and some you dismiss, some you don't. Like, or, you know, what's even better is somebody you know experienced something you did by something they did say. Like, oh, that's happened to me. Or, oh, how do you know? Are you living in my skin? Do you have cameras in my house? You must be me. So it's like that. But yeah, somebody full of shit, your internal chronometer picks up on that right away. You dismiss them. You know, you slowly start to disengage, and you start to have static in your ears, and you start thinking, I'm not letting this dude near my car, my wallet.
Yeah, but you realize the person's full of shit, right? In essence.
And you meet so many out here in Hollywood and Los Angeles, and even like different parts of California, Southern California. It becomes normal.
Yeah, it does become normal, and that's the thing. It's like, but that also makes you really resonate with the people that are real, right?
Remember the East Coast, when you were a person who was a bullshitter, you were that guy. Hey, he's that guy. Everybody would warn each other.
That's that guy, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody, and they let that guy coexist, but if you mess with him, that was hey, we told you.
Like,
out here,
don't be that guy.
Everybody's that guy. You're celebrated for being that guy. If you're not that guy, you're not anybody. You that guy. Oh man. So hey, where are you performing next? I was at the Rec Room.
I've seen a lot of good things there going on there. It seems like the type of place. Great room. I've been to the Rec Room a few times. Only done the mic there.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Really liked the room. I'm going to be at OC this week again. At Gallagher's is being handed off to someone else.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop by there just to kind of help the guy promote it, to show him the ropes, because I'm not going to be promoting it anymore. But I'll be in OC this week. You can always subscribe me at Anu Comedy.
At Anu Comedy.
On the ANU Comedy on the Instagram. Follow me, please. And yeah, it's on there. And that's it, man. My whole goal at this point in my career is just to try to get as funny as possible. I'm not pushing too much of, I'm trying to, have some big events or this and that. The whole point is writing, tweaking, getting better, funnier, better, getting deeper as far as the tagging and shit like that. Just learning the craft. I'm obsessed with the craft and learning it.
Your material I've seen lately, man, is really marked. You've done some good stuff, and then I actually see
appreciate that, bro.
Building even more on it. Like you're doing a routine, and then you're even building more on it, and it's like, man, that's the game. And just the
exactly.
Gallagher's was such a cool room to develop, and Dirty Nelly's is a good room. Orange County has a good developmental scene down here. You can come down to Orange County and you can grow. You can't grow in LA.
That's the thing, but here's the thing, you can't grow in LA, but you kind of have to continue to do some mics in LA. Just because then you have the only way to get into the shows is the network, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I hate networking, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you meet different people and you don't know why they're, networking with you. Or they're not networking with you because they don't think you're good enough. Or they're not networking with you because they think maybe you're too good. Or
you never know. Exactly. It could be either one. And that's the thing is, eventually you meet good people, like meeting you.
Yeah.
Right? And you run into good people. So you go through all the shit to find a good. And that, in the end of the day, is you have to keep doing LA. You have to keep on doing OC, because OC will help you nurture.
Yes.
It's a weird fucking thing. And at some level, when you, again, the only one issue I have with LA is you go there and you never know what people might steal. Right? But
your material,
it's easy to steal material, and it happens every day.
Here's the thing. That's why I go back to the story philosophy. Well, I won't tell too much of my secrets. I don't even be out there picking up my secrets and using them against me in an audition for the Comedy Store. Hey, it's been real, man. It's been really cool, man. It's been fun. We definitely have to do this again.
I would love to do it again, bro.
All right, cool. Hey, we are out here on the WASH. You take care. Have a good day, and we are out.
Peace.
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 We are out.
Peace.